the rack installed, and the motors are connected up to each board. We've got the slew motor and the dipper arm motor connected up. Board number 2 is the track motors, left and right. Coming on to board number 3 is the boom arm and the bucket motor connections, and the last board is the blade or auxiliary services. So initially it's reserved for a grading blade to be fitted, and that's the motor driver responsible for that. So there's only a pair of wires coming off of that, but there is another outlet, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that would be motor 2 outlet. So working on the power distribution side of things now, I've fitted and wired up a 3.3 volt voltage regulator, and that powers the transceiver module, which is on the top. And I've also run the cable or the circuitry from the transceiver assembly and run it along to pick up the SPI bus on the Arduino Mega. It's left now to run the power distribution board. Each one of the motor drivers has got its own plug or its own power supply plugged in, and it all emerges out this end. Moving on with the power distribution side of things, so I'm concentrating my efforts on this end now. So what I've got in mind is to set in a row of pin headers so that all these circuits can plug directly into. So I've just printed off this bracket or this housing. Then underneath this housing I plan to mount this, probably with a bit of double-sided tape or something, just to hold it to the back, and then wire this or solder the leads to the underside of the board. So it will pick up the battery power rails. Let's see if I can get that in the light. That's what I should be using, and it slots into there like that. So and then this will be drilled and bolted into place there. The next step will be to, I think, do the solder joints, so soldering these pin headers, and solder the wires in and out, wires in the appropriate places. Just a quick look at the power distribution board before I install it. This is the strip board and the voltage regulator, or the UBEC, in circuit. So I've just hooked it up to a 2-cell battery at the moment and powered him up just to check the voltages. So that's how it's sort of put together. So I've got this little bracket and the board itself is a slide fit into the channels. So here's a shot from the other side, and down underneath there is the voltage regulator. So he's tucked away. And this is the last piece of power. So this will terminate onto some sort of plug. I don't know what yet, but it's for powering the equipment that's going to be inside the cab.